Hi, just going to show you a video of me feeding some pigs, just to show you how hungry they should be. These pigs are about 8 months old, and we're going to keep them alive until they're about 9 or 10 months, which is a bit later than most people do, but we just like to have a bit of a bigger finished carcass at the end of it. Anyway, I'll get a clip of them being fed. So as you can see, they look pretty hungry. They're actually frothing at the mouth a little bit. They know I'm here with the food, and you want them pretty hungry actually. We feed these guys twice a day, and the big tendency with pigs at this stage is to overfeed them. They go over fat. You have a really fatty carcass that you don't really know what to do with all the fat, so you want to avoid that. It's a pretty good thing, I think, to bring pigs on to maybe 9-10 months of age. They still have really succulent pork, but if all you're doing is putting your feed into turning it into animal fat, it's probably not very economical. So I'm going to go ahead and feed these guys, because they're going to squeal the house down otherwise. We just feed these guys onto concrete. We put down several piles. With 4 pigs, I'd normally put out 5 scoops of food, so that they're not. No pig is being victimised by another pig. They'll all just keep going between piles. Talking of which, better get out there and put in the other piles. So we're feeding these guys a mixture of oats, barley, soaked peas, and they get quite a lot of vegetables. Fruit, surplus fruit and veg. So when you're feeding pigs, if you feed them more fruit, veggies, it tends to give a softer fat. The final product is kind of softer. There's more unsaturated fats in the mix. So now they're fed and they're happy. And as I said, we're keeping these guys on pretty much a calorie controlled diet. We don't want them getting over fat. It's a mistake we've made in the past. What I will do with these lads later on is I have some kale growing in the field, and I'll cut some kale plants and maybe some rye, throw it into them as a bit of greenery, which is pretty good for them. Plenty of vitamins and minerals. They seem to thrive on that, and it's my feeling anyway that improves the final product. So the meat we get is very kind of dark, very tasty. The fat in the final carcass is actually pretty soft. It nearly melts in your hands as you're working with it. So that's it. That's feeding pigs.